everyone, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. This video is another edition of a Chop and Chat, and I'm so excited to do this one. I think the last time I had a Chop and Chat was back in October, and then I did enough for a couple of months, and then December came and the holidays came and all that stuff. So I have a good bit of wax pulled out here from a variety of vendors, variety of size types, variety of shapes, and a variety of fun. Haha. Well, this Friday night, it's 5:21 here in Utah. My husband is at the golf simulator, and Poppy is here with me. She just had her dinner. Poppy's my cat, and let's get chopping. So I have a couple of shapes I'm just going to jump right in and do. I'm going to do the L3 first, since this was our first one we had on my chopping board. So this one is fresh picked, lavender and fresh picked strawberry with toasted marshmallow. These are chunks. L3 does chunks every now and again, depending on if they really have time to do it on their side. I know these days take a little bit more time because, as you can see, they do have to make the chunks and they do have to make the over pour, and just the time and the foil pans that these are produced in. But I really appreciate when they make these, because these are really good. Good fun shapes. I sometimes like the variety of, instead of bunts and the loaves and the mini loaves and the scoops, although I'm never complaining about scoops. I do love scoops. But I'm just going to get this going down in here and chopping this up. It's just wafting up in my nose, the lavender and the strawberry. This is a really good blend. I'm really into lavender right now too. I've talked about how my husband likes lavender at nighttime, but I also like lavender too. So have this one chopped up and ready to go. I only have one paper towel here to kind of wipe up in the middle of different scents here. So the next one here that I am going to get chopping is, I have three of the same. This is amaretto, spiced oat milk, and sweet cream foam. This was from back in November. I have a bag here that I'm going to try and put some of these in. This is a small bag, I know, but I couldn't find a bag upstairs when I was gathering. I've had my blends I want to chop set aside for a while, but I haven't had time to make this video. So just going to chop this up. Some people get 6 from a bar. Some people get 8 from here. I'm going to do 8. So I'm going to just put these down in here. I like that I can fit at least a couple of these. These are called cloud cakes. I like that I can fit a couple of these down in that bag, and then the third one I can just shimmy back down in here if it will work. Sometimes after you chop something, it doesn't necessarily like to go back in the bag like it came out. So this one here, this is so nice. I mean, the spiced oat milk is a blend that a lot of us know from having it blended with Cafe Cubano. Cafe Cubano spiced oat milk is one of my favorite blends from L3. And it's one I'm going to always have in my home. I have a B bar of it upstairs, actually. This one is a nice addition because I love the amaretto. Amaretto blended with coffee is it's a fantastic blend if you haven't tried it yet. And this one here, I'm going to squeeze these over in here. I hope it'll fit. Maybe. We'll see. Might have to... Let's see. I've got to get it to close. So what I'm going to do here, just take a few pieces of this out. Toss that around. And I have in my warmers down here, I have one to the left of me and one down on the right, the far end of the counter. I have a blend that I actually am going to chop up here. Sugar cookie latte from Southbound. That's what I'm going to chop up tonight here once I make my way down the counter. But when I'm done with this, when this blend peters out, just put these two, excuse me, in my warmer, and then I can talk about this in depth in my next empties video. So let me get this one chopped up here, and I hope that I can shimmy it right back down in the bag. I hope I can do that. So if you hear rustling around in the background, Poppy is up on the top. I have drop cupboards in my kitchen, and I have a plant up in the corner, a fake plant, but she has found her way up to the top of the cupboards and likes to shimmy in that plant every so often. So if you hear rustling, that's Poppy. So this has been a new chapter of my life this week. Last week, well, let me go back a little bit farther. Today's the 25th of January. This next blend I'm going to chop here is wild berry mousse, sweet cream, sugar cookie dough, and zucchini bread. Maybe a little under 2 months ago, I decided I wanted more out of my career and started looking around at other positions outside of the company that I worked at. And I quit my job last Friday, a week ago. And this week has been my first full week at my new job. So my new job is a fully remote position, that's nice. I mean, don't get me wrong. Sometimes going into the office is nice, but sometimes I like the remote aspect of work, especially in the summertime. I don't know why. I mean, I like the wintertime too, especially when it snows and the roads are bad, but this one here is just really wild berry mousse, creamy wild berry mousse with a little bit of that bread bakery aspect. So I really like, the next one I'm going to do here is Second and Spruce, which is a sample of raspberry jam. This is just her straight raspberry jam. So if you are looking for a new raspberry and you like Kirby's raspberry from Vintage Chic, then give Erica's raspberry blends a try. I'm going to chop this down into 4 pieces here. Erica's wax chops like butter, nice and soft, and these will play nicely. I want to use this to blend around when I have other blends going simultaneously. So I like the remote aspect in the wintertime also when it's bad out, like I said. But yeah, it was a big choice. Very emotional part of my life the last couple of months. It's been hard on me. It's a long story, and I'm not going to go into it, of course, just out of respect for all parties involved. Nothing happened, per se. It's just a lot of things built up over an extended period of time, kind of a thing. So this next one here is Coraline's Beach. This is Sweet Coraline, or Coraline, however you say that, with Beach Nights. This is from Sassy-Girl Aroma. This was about a year ago. Julie offered this Beach Night sampler. These are the cookies, the frosted cookies. I chopped these down in pieces of 4 and put these in my warmers. And I like these samplers when she offers them. She just had an Elvis-inspired sampler in honor of her son who passed away recently. I ordered one of those just because some of the blends sounded really good, and to, also support her in her time of mourning after losing her son. This next one is Beach Muscadine. This is Muscadine and Beach Nights. I think somebody told me that muscadine is a fruit, so we're going to go with that. This one, it smells like fruity beach nights. It really does. So I'm going to chop this down in 4. But it's almost February. I can't believe it's almost February. The winter is just flying by, which is okay with me. I don't like winter. It's my least favorite time of year, but it is a necessary part of year just because of, our plant has to go dormant for a while to be able to recover and prosper in the spring. So this next one here, this is a good one. This is Catching Snowflakes from Desa. This is balsam, cinnamon and clove, cedarwood, and sweet vanilla cream frosting. This one, of course, I've had this multiple times. I was first introduced to this scent, it smells so good, in the Advent calendar from Holiday 2022. So this one here, I chopped these tiles down in pieces of 4, put a piece in each warmer, and this blend lasts all day. It's cooling, but it's got those holiday spices, a little bit of pine, a little bit of wood, and this one is one I really, really like. I have a good bit of tiles down here to chop, so I'll just keep going on with Desa's. I got something on my glasses. I don't know how that happened. I ordered new glasses at the end of last year. This is chai tea latte. This is black tea infused with cinnamon, ginger, and cardamom spices. Creamy steamed milk and cold foam topping, sorry. This is such a good blend. If you like chai tea, this is pretty spot on. I ordered new glasses at the end of last year because my prescription changed a little bit and in a couple of different ways, so I figured I better get glasses, and this smells really, really good. The good thing is with my new job, my vision insurance, I can go around and get my pair of prescription sunglasses. That's something that I wanted to buy myself a couple of years ago, but then I had carpal tunnel surgery, and the money I was going to take out of my savings for my sunglasses, I used for my hand. So I needed my hand done. This one here is Cranberry Orange Chiffon Cake. This is orange chiffon cake, tart cranberries, and vanilla glaze. This one is, I like Desa's orange scent. She's very good at blending citrus scents in orange scents at that. Cranberry too. But this one, it's creamy and bakery orange, basically, is what it is. So, and these little tiles, these are cute for trying a blend out that you haven't had before, so you can throw these in a few warmers throughout your home. This next one is Peach Gelato Waffle Cone. This is golden waffle cone topped with creamy peach gelato ice cream. I just got done filming my Desa's haul a few weeks ago. I think I filmed that one. Her peach, Georgia peach, is my favorite peach that she offers. It's so strong. And compared that one to this one, this is more a muted peach and a creamy peach. And it's got that ice cream in it and that gelato creaminess. So it's a nice one. This would be good for summer, good for springtime, but I'm going to melt this now. So that's Peach Gelato Waffle Cone. Let's get that down in there. Okay. Next one here is Nutcracker Sweet. This is gingerbread, sugar cookies, cinnamon rolls, and honey sweet cakes. This one. I love gingerbread blends. I love Desa's gingerbread blends. She's really good at blending those also. So this one, let's see. Yes, it's nice. You can really smell the cinnamon rolls. It's pretty strong in this blend. The gingerbread is there, but I will say that cinnamon roll and the sweet honey cakes is pretty dominant in this too. And this is one that comes back in the fall or winter time. Pick this one up if these oils are in your wheelhouse, or try a wild card. This next one is Bobbin for Apples. I got this one in the fall pre-order. This is apple cider donuts, caramel apples, and bourbon butterscotch sauce. This is a nice one. I've had this one before. This is nice and rich caramel and bourbon sauce. And I like Apple Farm too. Apple Farm is more of a juicy apple, whereas this one is more of a caramel apple vibe to it with a little bit of donut. Not too much bakery, but just, it's a nice apple blend that can be used in the fall or really any time of year. And my last Desa tile is red, white, and blue. This is reminiscent of the iconic Bomb Pop, blue raspberry, juicy cherry, and fizzy lime. I love the Bomb Pops. And I like how she even tried to do red, white, and blue in here. So let's get this one chopped up. So, oh, that's nice. Desa does really good cherry too. If you like cherry, this is a really good one. It's not cough syrupy, it's not cough drop, it's just nice, juicy cherry, like cherry popsicle, or you know, the cherry and Bomb Pop. Now the next one that I have, let's get another paper towel here. Next one I have is my recent custom from Desa. I got a couple of customs made with her brand new Farm Fresh raspberry jam. Now that is one of the best raspberries I have smelled out in vendor wax. Raspberry is a tough one. This one was my creation. This is burnt sugar cake, which is one of my favorite oils from her, and this Farm Fresh raspberry jam. So both of these together, I thought, man, if her raspberry jam is a good raspberry jam, this, I would want to eat this whole entire thing, and I do. With Desa's mini loaves like this, these are her Creator loaves. You have one blend that's the chunks, and one blend that's the overpour. And in this case, the overpour is the burnt sugar cake, and the chunks are the Farm Fresh raspberry jam. So I took a chance that Desa's raspberry was going to be good, just because I trust Desa very much in that she uses quality oils, and it takes her a while before she decides on buying and offering an oil. You know, she wants to give us the best product, and she doesn't want us to be disappointed. So she's always on the lookout for more oils and different things so we can blend like crazy. So you can see in here the beautiful chunks and the overpour. And this smells so good. In fact, I'm going to chop this down the center and see if, there we go. Okay, I'm going to see if I can, I like that Desa made her loaf bags a little bit wider. Before, they were really skinny and you could barely get the wax back in the bag. So I am going to just put these pieces down in here like this, so I can just grab what I want. And if they break apart, that's fine, because I mean, you're gonna have that with anything that has these chunks. And oh, it just smells so good. I love burnt sugar cake. I just finished up a breakaway bar of it earlier this week. And it's such, like, it's such a scrumptious, can blend with anything kind of blend, in my opinion. So this one here, and that's all the Desas that I have tonight. So moving on, I am going to, let's see here, clean that up here. Okay, next I'm going to do some Swanky. I have a lot of Swanky to chop still in my collection, and I just got my Swanky pre-order in the mail today. I also got my scoopable scoopable wax melts from Kathy and Tim earlier this week. That's the 3 cakes pre-order. And I also got my L3 order today in the mail. So I've got a few videos to do haul-wise. So this is Swanky, and this is Russian tea. This is from last March. As you can see the date on there I wrote. And these are her bakery bags. And sometimes the shapes in here are single use, and sometimes you need to chop these up. So I've used most of this bag except for these 3 roses here, which I'm just going to chop down the middle in 2. Russian tea is mulled cider and cinnamon. You have to like cinnamon in order to like Russian tea. There's no getting around it, because it is a mulled cider cinnamon heavy blend. It's about all there is to it. This is one of her best sellers and winter staples from her collection. And this is one I've had before, and I repurchased that to have more in my collection. The last one I want to do for Swanky is Pink Petal Bath. Now this is absolutely gorgeous, guys. This is gorgeous. This is Bubble Bath, Sweet Pea, and Pink Sugar. Sweet Pea, of course, is the Bath & Body Works floral scent. But Bubble Bath, I love any of Jeannie's Bubble Bath blends. This one has a little bit more delicate pieces in it. We have this beautiful rose right here. And then we have this beautiful gown. I mean, look at, there we go. Look at that beautiful gown, that mold that she has for that. And then we have another flatter rose. Well, it's not a rose. It looks like I don't even know what you would call this. It has a picture of a lady in the middle there. And finally, we have another rose and, oh, a little baby piece in here, a little baby rose, which I can just put into the warmer. But I have to tell you, I love Jeannie's perfume blends and her sensual blends and her bubble bath. This bubble bath is just so good. So I'm going to chop that right down the middle. I don't even remember what I ordered from Swanky, but I know I got some more perfume oils. I'm going to cut this rose right down the center. And let me tell you something. This blend lasts a long time. It throws for hours. And it's very delicate and feminine, but it's not overpowering strong. It's just, it graces the air, and I'm going to leave that because sometimes I need a little bit more of Swanky to get a sufficient throw in my home. So I'm going to just cut that down in half. And then this gown, I hate to cut it, but I'm going to. I'm just going to slice it right down the middle like that. So I don't remember what I ordered from my pre-order, but her perfume and sensual blends are the ones I'm going to be gravitating towards in the future. I'm not going to be buying as much wax this year. After the pre-orders I have coming in now, and a couple of pre-orders that I'm going to participate here in the next couple of weeks, I want to at least see what Teddy Bees offers, although I have a lot of Teddy Bees I need to get through this year. Also, Noel's Farm Scents is going to be having a pre-order coming up here in a couple of weeks once they get back from their vacation. And then also Second and Spruce is going to be having another pre-order, I think the 16th of February. So some of those there I want to at least look at. I'm going to do another bag of shapes here. This is my Southbound Sugar Cookie Latte that I have melting over here in my kitchen. This is freshly baked sugar cookies with sweet vanilla, roasted coffee beans, and sweet cream. So these ones are all like cookie shapes and bakery shapes. This little ice cream scoop here, I'll put him down in there to use as a single time. And then this was a cookie that I broke in half, and I put half in this warmer over here to my left. And then these are little cookies and these little streusel things. So I'm just going to chop that down just like that. Cut that little pie in half and cut that cookie down in half. So now I can melt this sugar cookie latte again in my home. So we got that going down. Southbound had a pre-order and I didn't participate in it. I frankly didn't even look at the scents, but I've got enough wax. Like I said, it's okay that I didn't even see it because that's less that I have to worry about buying because I really need to use what I have. Okay, so now I'm getting into some loaves and some soufflés. Let's go ahead and do this. I have one Glitterati right here. This is Candy Cane, Birthday Cake, and Vanilla Bean Noel. Janine had her first official pre-order a couple of weeks ago. Congratulations to you if you did secure some scents from Janine. I wrapped my Glitterati in foil just to help extend the shelf life of her blends due to the texture and the formula of her wax. I slice these down into 3 pieces and then I chop it down the middle so I get 6 nice pieces of her wax. I need a little bit more of Janine's wax to get a nice throw in my home, and this is what I feel works best for me. I know some people just slice it down piece by piece, but this is what I have found over the years that works best for me. So I did get some things from Janine. I'm so happy to have Lou's Bakery. Love Lou's Bakery. So good. Just going to chop down my, wipe down my chopper here. Kind of get a little cleaned up here. The next blend I'm going to go into, I'm going to do, let's see, I have those loaves down there, souffles, tubs. Let's do this shape. This is Second and Spruce, Elves in the Break Room. This is Peppermint Mocha and Hint of Holiday Treats. I think this one was from her holiday sampler that she offered last year. That's a nice, beautiful bundt size. So Erica's wax, like I said earlier, cuts down very soft like that. So I'm going to just cut that like that. And then I'm going to go like this. And then one more like this. And this is just wafting up to me, this beautiful peppermint mocha. I'm not a chocolate wax person, but this was in a sampler, and I think this one, I don't really remember if it was a surprise or if it was offered, but I try not to buy a lot of Poppy. Poppy's right here. Come here. Come here. Want to say hi? Come here. No? Okay. Well, like I was saying, I don't do a lot of chocolate heavy blends, but this was in a sampler, and you can't choose the blends in the sampler, but this one I'm going to try in my home, and if I don't like this one, I will pass it on to a friend. So just going to throw that away and be on with the next one. So I have to get another paper towel here. Next one I'm going to do a couple of loaves. This is Sea Sugar. Now Sea Sugar is a vendor that not everybody can get because she limits how many people are in her group. But her wax is very, very soft. You'll see as it chops down, very soft, like butter. Chops down like butter. This blend is Zucchini Cake. This was one I got. You can even see the oils back here. Her wax, and just me chopping this here, this smells like zucchini bread and buttercream and a little bit rich, creamy cake batter. So this is a new scent to me. I haven't melted a ton of my Sea Sugar, but I'm going to be working on that this year, throughout the year, using all my vendors up. So I'm going to chop that down like that. I'm going to go like that. And then one more time like that. So we get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 times 4 is 44 pieces. So I'm getting 44 pieces out of this wax. If I find that the pieces are a little puny, I'll add an extra one to it. And I should have cut these a little bit bigger because I do find that Sea Sugar, I need a little bit more, especially these end pieces. I need a little bit more of a piece in my warmer. So I'll probably just put 2 of these down in my warmer when I choose to melt this one. But I wanted to get this blend chopped up because I am looking for some good zucchini bread. I've used up a lot of the blends that I had already chopped up. So I want to get this one, get it moving, get it loved in my home so it doesn't expire. So her wax leaves a residue on the fingers, kind of like the softer texture ones do. Nothing bad, it's just a texture of the wax. Let's see, let's get this one. I'm going to save this next loaf for last. I'm going to go ahead and chop up some of these softer textured vendors. I have a good bit of Second and Spruce mini loaves to chop up. So let's go ahead and jump into that. We're at almost 30 minutes. Milk and cookies. Okay, milk and cookies. I just did my Second and Spruce customs video last night, and I got 2 shaped bags of milk and cookies. Milk and cookies, of course, is rich sugar cookies, sugar cookie dough, buttercream, sweet milk, and an extra pinch of sugar. This is a staple in Erica's collection. This can be blended beautifully with anything else you want to blend it with, but it also is good standalone blend. She's offered this for Christmas time, blended with eggnog. She's also had it blended with twisted peppermint. both of which I have upstairs. I just haven't chopped them yet. But I went for the good old traditional milk and cookies because sometimes you just need a fattening smelling scent that makes you want to eat the air, lick the air, whatever you guys say. So we have that. Okay. Ooh! I have a glass of water sitting over here. I better move it because I would have a jumbo mess on my hands, and I don't need that. That wouldn't be Friday night fun. That would be Friday night. Well, I better not say what I want to say. Okay, next, this is one I got from a Round Robin. It's pretty smudgy. This is cookie jar. This is chocolate chip cookies, sugar cookies, and sweet cream. I'm not a chocolate chip person, but when I smelled this, when I got this in the Round Robin, I decided to keep it because I figure it's a blend of Erica's I haven't had before, so we'll give it a try. It smells like sugar cookies, not so much chocolate, but just sugar cookies with cream. I love sweet cream. I think sweet cream adds something extra and luscious to any blend you use it with. So I'm going to just chop that down like that. Okay. These softer waxes leave residue on your fingers, so you can see how easily these come apart. You can also see how easy they stick together too. So her wax works beautifully in my home. Erica was a melter herself before she decided to become a vendor, so she knows good textured wax. I'm going to put that down there. And I have that sealed up. Okay, next we're going to go into Princess Consuela Banana Hammock. Now this is one from the Friends line, which Erica's, that's the theme of her next pre-order coming up in a few weeks. This is banana nut bread, zucchini bread, cinnamon sugar donuts, and sugar cookie. So this one here I got last year in my very first order from Erica. That slides out pretty nicely. So this one, it smells nice. That cinnamon sugar donut is pretty dominant in this, followed by the sugar cookie. I'm just chopping this down, not really counting. So we have 2, 4, 6, 7, 14 pieces out of this little loaf here. So I'm just going to put these in here. I figured this one would be nice. I'll melt it in between now and her pre-order and see if I need to order any more of this or if this is enough for me. You know, some blends, even though they're good blends, sometimes I just don't want to necessarily buy it again kind of a thing. Not because I hated it, but that there's always a blend that we haven't tried out there in the world, so I would rather do that. Now this next one is Twisted. I got this in my, I got a tub of this in my custom order, and I didn't think I ordered it ever before, but I found this in my collection. So shop your stash, guys. You'll find a surprise. This is pretzel, caramel, sugar cookie dough, almond cream, and vanilla butter fudge. So this one is a nice, rich, luscious, creamy pretzel fattening blend. Trust me, it smells so good. So good. That last, there we go. Make it all fit down in there. This is just, oh, that's so good. It's a nice creamy pretzel, but it still has that yeastiness to it with a little bit of salt. Not bad though. So the biggest thing in my life right now, of course, was my change of jobs. I was at my company for 6 years. It was 6 years in October. And I want to expand in my career and I want to grow. And this was the chance to do so. This is the year that I'm making changes in my life. I'm turning 40 in June. And my husband's taking me to Vegas for my birthday. We have already planned this out. We're probably going to go to Peter Luger for my birthday dinner. My birthday's on a Friday this year, so that would be perfect. Peter Luger, for those of you who don't know, those of you that don't know, it's one of the oldest steakhouses in the country. It usually has just a couple of locations. New York is their most famous location, but they decided to open in Vegas because Vegas does well with the rich and does well with, you know, those kind of touristy attraction places. There is a restaurant in New York called Rao's, or Rao's, however you want to say it. I say Rao's. It's an Italian place. You can buy their sauce in the store now. They used to have a location in Vegas, and one of the last times we were there, I actually got reservations and we actually ate at Rao's, because I'm never going to be able to eat at the one in New York because you kind of have to have a table that you own. And when I say own, people have reservations there for years and years and years. You kind of have to be somebody to get into Rao's, and you have to know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who has a table, and that ain't my life. So that is not going to happen. So I went to Rao's, and then after COVID happened, they decided to close Rao's, and Peter Luger is where Rao's used to be, which is in Caesar's Palace in Vegas. I don't know where we're going to be staying yet, but we'll probably stay at the Luxor. We usually stay at the Luxor. It's down by Mandalay Bay. My husband really loves Mandalay Bay's sports book. He is a sports betting person. Not terrible, but that's just his thing. He's sports, so he loves sports betting. It's down by the airport in Vegas. This is Latte Da. This is one of my favorite coffee blends that I've ever smelled. This is a simple blend. It's espresso, brown sugar, pecans, and pound cake. So this one here is just, it's rich, it's creamy, it's coffee, it's fattening smelling, and they slip right out sometimes and they scare you like that. So this one here, as you can see, it's beautiful, and I can just, it's just wafting up to me. The espresso and the pecans, the brown sugar, and that zucchini bread. So good. I love this blend. I will always have this in my collection. Love this. So I am, oh, is that good? This, I just finished up, come on. I just finished up my breakaway bar of this yesterday, actually. So sometimes my husband doesn't like coffee blends, but I told him too damn bad because I love coffee and I'm not giving up coffee blends just because he doesn't like them. I've already done that with key lime, so I'm not going to do it with coffee. Hell no. I have too many coffee blends in my life to not have them in my life anymore. That's just, you know, you sacrifice some things, but not everything. So, okay. I have one more Erica blend to melt. I'm going to get another, I'm going to wipe my fingers up here. I don't want to go over and wash them, but the worst thing is getting wax up under your fingernails. That's the hardest part for me, especially these softer waxes, and just getting that wax residue out from under there. I can't see it. It's okay. Just wiping my fingertips off. Okay. Get another paper towel situation going. So Peter Luger, if you've ever been to Ruth's Chris, which is more commercial, I mean, don't get me wrong, Ruth's Chris is a phenomenal restaurant. But if you've ever been, the last time we were in Vegas, we went to a golf tournament in San Diego. We were going to the U.S. Open in 2021, 2022, I don't remember, one of those years. And this is by the campfire. This is blackberry merlot, tobacco flower, amber, patchouli, cocoa, mallow, and sandalwood. One of the smoky blends. We stopped in Vegas because it's halfway to San Diego from where we live here in Utah. We're about 6 hours away from Vegas, depending on how fast you drive and how many times you stop to pee. So this one here smells so freaking fantastic. I love this. It's hard to describe, but it's got a little bit of everything in it, and it's sexy. It's mysterious with that amber and tobacco and merlot, a little bit of wine. Oh, I love this one. If I would have cut this up, I would have ordered this in customs because it's so good. So good. So we have this one I'm chopping up here. I'm going to request this blend. Next time Erica has a pre-order, I'm going to request this because, oh, does that smell nice. So good. And chop that down the middle. Okay. Man, I should have added this to my customs. I forgot about this blend, actually. Forgot that I had it, but that smells good. The steakhouses. We ate at, what was it called? Oh my goodness. I'll think of it here. Morton's. Morton's the steakhouse. We ate there. And it's a la carte. You know, you buy your side, you buy your drinks, you buy your steak. Everything's a la carte. But my favorite thing at steakhouses is their cream spinach. I could eat a whole entire pound of cream spinach. Like, maybe not even a pound. Maybe a whole pan, I should say. Because cream spinach is good. It's not good for you, but it's good. So I'll get my ribeye. I usually get ribeye and steak houses. My cream spinach. We'll share a potato probably, and that's yummy. So we went on New Year's Eve to lunch. We usually go to New Year's Eve lunch if we can, and we went to a restaurant called Ruby River here at the steakhouse. It's good too. This is Sleep Paralysis by L3. This was actually one of my blends. This is caramelized pralines, zucchini bread, and cream cheese frosting. This is one that I created back in 2022 when Jen had Halloween blending contest. This was, I think this was before I was an admin for L3. This was in around the time that her dog died, when Strax died. So I remember this because I helped her out with a couple of blend names. So I remember this. I'm going to chop this down. I will say that if my husband just texted me. He has his spot at the golf simulator reserved until 7, and it's 6:03 right now. So if by chance he's coming home early and I hear the garage, I'll cut this video short. But I want to at least get to some teddy bees. So chopping this down here. This one, it smells good. It is creamy from that cream cheese frosting. You have the caramelized pralines, and then you have the zucchini bread. So I'm going to get these little shards up here. Okay. Okay, I'm going to put this down in the garbage. And we'll get moving on up into teddy bees. Okay, I'm going to close up my sea sugar. I realized I didn't do that. Okay, teddy bees. We all love teddy bees, don't we? So, I'm going to do my tubs first, I think. I have several souffles. Actually, I have one more Swanky here I'm going to do. Might as well chop this up. This is Wednesday. This is tobacco vanilla, pumpkin sandalwood, and pumpkin firewood. I smelled this blend before, and I thought it had too much actual vanilla in it for me. So I had a loaf of it, and I sold it. And then when Jeannie offered this, back whenever this pre-order was on sale, probably in September, I ordered a souffle of it because I did want to try it. And this is tobacco vanille, which is Tom Ford, and I love, 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 love that. So I figure I'll try a smaller size, and if it comes back in a loaf, I'll know. So I cut that off center a little bit, but that's okay. I cut her souffles down into pieces of 8. I find with Swanky, like I said earlier, I need a little bit more of her wax to get a nice throw in my home. So I'm going to do that like that. So equal pieces of the pie. My cat is in her little Marty and I spoil Poppy immensely. And she has, some of you who are friends with me on Facebook, I shared a picture of Poppy in her little Christmas house. It's like a little snow-covered lodge, like a little log cabin. Got it at Petco. And she's laying in there right now, sleeping, being a good girl. So there's those little guys that are going to drive me nuts. Oh, I'm not a glitter person, but if it's in wax, I deal with it. Doesn't mean I like it. You either do or you don't, I think. So those little guys there. Okay, now it's Teddy B's time. In no particular order, here we go. Gingerbread ice cream cake. This was from the last pre-order that we received. This is sweet buttercream layered between warm white cake and vanilla ice cream, topped with loads of gingerbread crumbs. So this one fall right out. Now, I've read usually Teddy B's wax melts and chops like butter. But I did see last time that a lot of people noticed that her wax was a little harder, which I'm experiencing right now. It's crumbling a little bit. And Tiffany explained it's due to something with one of the oils or the wax or something. So she's looking into things because she's noticed this happened before. Nothing is affecting the wax melting. It's just the texture. So she didn't change her formula or anything. It's just the way that it is right now. So this one is creamy, creamy, creamy gingerbread with a little bit of cake. That's what I get out of that one. Next up, let's do the night before Christmas. This is flannel sheets, warm cashmere and vanilla blended with the scent of Christmas trees. So this one is a little bit of laundry, flannel sheets and whatnot, but we also have a little bit of pine and a little bit of cashmere to make it a little bit sensual, and then vanilla. So this one here, this is her older formula. Well, I shouldn't say formula. This is older. This is from 2022. So it's not the, I'm chopping this up weird. I usually lay these on the side, so I'm just going to do that. Because I chop these into pieces of 16. There we go. Okay. This does smell good. It's got a little bit of that flannel. Flannel is the Bath and Body Works scent. It's a little bit masculine. It's a fall and winter scent. I like this. This is a nice bedtime scent. Could be used in a kid's room. You know, it's a little bit similar to, I don't want to say similar to Luna, because Luna from Scentsy is a little bit more floral. This is more laundry. So we have that one. Next, let's do a wipe down here. We have God's Woods. God's Woods, of course, is from the Game of Thrones inspired line. This is Palo Santo, Birchwood Pine, and Vanilla Balsam. I've said in the past I don't really care for some of Tiffany's Palo Santo blends, but I want to give this one a try because I do like Vanilla Balsam. It does give something to a blend, so I'm going to give this one a try and see. This might be one of my favorite Game of Thrones ones. I have upstairs the North, and I have one more up there, the North, and I can't remember right now, but these are wildly popular. Everybody likes these blends. Tiffany's very good, in my opinion, of blending these earthy, unique, sensual, sexy, dark blends. That's how I feel. So, okay, that one's closed. Okay, next, let's do Christmas Trees and Cream. This one is from last pre-order. This one, she's completely sold out of making this. She sold a record amount of this blend last pre-order. This is quite simply pine, waffle cone, and buttercream. I've had this one before. It's usually blended well with candy cane and peppermint, but this time she chose to offer it plain. So I'm just going to chop this down like this, and I'm going to cut these down like that. It's nice. It's just a little bit of pine. It won't knock you on your ass with strong pine. And it has that creamy richness of the buttercream and a little bit of waffle cone. This is nice to have going alone, but you can also blend this well too. So I got a tub of this too. I'm just starting with the souffle because I didn't go into my tub storage when I was looking around for blends. Okay. Christmas cheese and cream. Next, cozy cookie cake and balsam. Okay, this is a popular one. This is vanilla balsam, Fraser fir, blended with our cozy cookie cake, which is warmed ice white cake, beach treats, marshmallow fireside, and signature sugar cookie. This is from 2022. So, cozy cookie cake was offered last pre-order, but not with balsam. It was offered just plain. I didn't buy it. I went for Surfside Sweet Shop, which I think they're very similar. Surfside Sweet Shop is just a little sweeter. They basically have some of the same components to it. So I'm just going to chop this one down. I think this one, I'm going to chop 1, 2, give a little bit bigger pieces on the end. This blend can be a little bit lighter to me, so we'll try the bigger pieces and see. I chopped 1 into 8 and 1 into 6, so we have 14 with this one. Okay. Oh, does that smell nice? I like that one. Okay. Okay, next. Last souffle I have is Tiff's Favorite Lavender. This I also got in the round robin, so it's a little well-loved. This one is lavender, sweet marshmallows, and vanilla coconut milk. This one will be good for bedtime. This is lavender and coconut milk, which is one of my favorite, boy, it really has been loved. One of my favorite oils in my wax journey. It was also one of my first blends that I ever, even though it's a single oil, it's one of my very first blends that I ever fell in love with and I ever had the experience of smelling. And I thought, man, this is nice. So I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the last one. Chop 1 in 8 and 1 in 6 and see how this one goes. So I know Tiff's Favorite Lavender is blended with a lot of things. It's good with cake. Lavender and cookies and lavender and cake is always good. So this one here, going to enjoy this at bedtime. My bedroom warmer died, and I have a backup warmer. I just honestly, the last couple of weeks of my life, especially once I put my notice in at work, I have been busy all day long. I haven't really been talking to a ton of my wax friends the last month because I've been so busy during the day. I don't really have time when I'm working from home. I didn't, to even change my wax, keep up on social, take pictures and all that stuff of what I'm melting. But I'm slowly getting back into that, guys, so just give me some time. Appreciate the patience. So, okay, my tubs are next. This first one is Snow Queen. This one I got in the D-stash. This is Marshmallow Fireside, Warm Vanilla Sugar, and Sugared Spruce. Now, Janine, Miss Janine from Glitterati, loves this blend. So when I got this in a pre-order, excuse me, the lid is cracked right here. So the person I got it from put it in a bag. You can see the crack right there. I said, I'm going to try this because Janine has just hyped this up. And if I don't really care for it, I'm going to send it to Janine because I know she loves this blend. So I haven't chopped a tub in a while. So I'm going to do it just like this. Let's see. This blend is a little lighter, so I'm going to go a little larger with the pieces just because I know this blend needs it. So we have that. I'm going to put this. Oh, son of a. Did it work? Can it work? Did it work? Oh, it worked. That's what I wanted to do. Okay, now this one. Do a little bit bigger pieces here. That's a little big, but like I said, this is a very light vanilla blend, marshmallow, so maybe it'll surprise me. And if I see that these are too big pieces, I'll just chop them down. So I'm going to put this down in here, and it fits in just like I took it out. So that's Teddy B's original texture, just like that. So I'm going to try this out, and if I don't like it, I'll send it over to Janine because I promised. Snow Queen. Okay. Put this down in here. Okay. That's closed. Next one. Let's go for Honey Bee. Honey Bee, this is sweet sugar cookies, honey nectar, sweet vanilla, and beach treats. This was a new blend in March of last year, that pre-order that was offered, and I went for it. I actually got this in the ready to ship because this was just like the sleeper hit of that pre-order, along with some other things, but I know this one was very, very popular, so I grabbed this in the ready to ship. So I'm going to chop this down. These end pieces. I'll leave that like that. Okay. Sometimes I concentrate when I'm chopping Teddy Bees up. Okay, and this one can go in like this. We'll put that just like that. Voila. Okay, there's Honey Bee. Next, let's do Basic Witch. This is vanilla latte, whipped coffee, and roasted marshmallows with pecan waffles and beach treats. I loved the oils in this, so I had to get this in a bigger tub. I usually reserve my tubs and my loaves for blends I absolutely love, but this had coffee, this had beach night, this had pumpkin pecan waffles. I knew I would love this. So let's go ahead and get this one chopped up. Her wax is, like I said, it's a little more crumbly than usual. But this one here, I can already smell this. This is going to be a strong one. But I'm still going to just chop it up like that. Like I said, if it's too big, I will just, let's see, that's 10. Let's see, 5. That's 10. That's 20 pieces out of here. So it's funny because I can get 16 pieces out of a souffle, but being this is my first experience with the tubs, let's cut these a little bit smaller. One, two, three, four, five, six. This is 14. This is 24 pieces out of this whole entire tub. Yeah, we'll see. If this will fit in here. Yep, it does. Okay. I'm just going to put these shards over in my warmer because I don't want to cram it down into here. So, whew, lots of crumbles this time. I think what I'm going to do is this next one, I'm going to put a paper towel down and chop on this. Spiced acorn. Getting down to the end, I only have 2 more items after this one. The scent of nutty acorns blended with autumn spices. This is Mrs. Meyer's acorn spice dupe. I don't know how she did it, but she did it. And this is phenomenal. I have this in, let's see, this one. I know she had some issues with some of these coming out. This, I have in a souffle. There it goes. I just had to break the seal. I had in a souffle upstairs, but I grabbed the tub to chop because I figured, I'll love it. So I can just smell this. Whoo! It's just hit me in the nose, guys. This is a strong one. So we're going to chop this one down. Oh, this is going to be good. This is a nice fall nutty blend. I hope this comes back this fall because, oh, this is strong, man. This is strong, so we're definitely getting smaller pieces with this one. I don't know how Tiffany duped this, or if there's an oil out there for Mrs. Meyer's, but I'm very glad she found it, or she did it. Whatever she did. Okay. That down in there. I am watching 2.5 Men. I know I'm like 25 years too late or however old that show is. I'm just putting some shards over in here. I'm watching 2.5 Men and it's actually damn funny. It really is funny. I mean, call Charlie Sheen what you want, but they did well together, him and John Cryer. So that's what I'm watching. And I'm also watching my housewife shows, and Marty and I are watching True Detective Season 4. The new one with Jodie Foster. It's a dark one, and I don't just mean it's literally shot in the dark. It's a dark series. True Detective is, but it's so good. It's such a good series. This one is about it's in Alaska, at the end of the earth, just about up near the Arctic Circle. And Jodie Foster is a police officer up there, and they find some frozen bodies. So I'm just putting these over in my warmers because I know that they're going to be changed pretty soon. So I want to make sure I can get these back in the tub. But we love True Detective. If you've never watched True Detective, the first season is probably one of the best of the show. I mean, you don't have to watch them in order, but a lot of people do because that's how they were released. The first season is Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson, both of which they are producers throughout the rest of the seasons. There's only 4 seasons. And it took a while for this last season to be filmed because they filmed it in Alaska. They had to film it in the dark. The season takes place right after the last sunset for the season in Alaska. So they were limited with when they could film it, and then COVID messed up our world, and that played a key with it, and just getting things back and up and running, and then editing and all that stuff. So, next one, Jon Snow. Now, Jon Snow, this is Palo Santo, flannel sheets, and creamy vanilla with mint. Jon Snow is tough to describe, but this is a delicious, fantastic blend. This is just... There you go. This is also part of the Game of Thrones, and I will say this is Palo Santo, yes, but it's got that coolingness too. It's got a little bit of sexiness, a little bit of mysteriousness, a little bit of everything. And I was told I had to buy a tub of this or a loaf of this, and I'm glad I did. So, chopping up John. Um, Marty and I, oh, this is smelling so good here. Marty and I are going to a basketball game tomorrow at noon. Our season tickets, they're actually playing at noon on a Saturday, which quite frankly I'm happy about, because during the week, I don't like the weeknight games because you get home late, and now that I get up early, or than I used to, I don't like to be rushing around at bedtime on the weekdays. That's just me, though. Oh, this is good. Oh, is that nice? That's good. So good. Okay. Yeah, usually you could cut Teddy B's up and you wouldn't leave any shards on your chopping board because her texture was a little bit softer than this. This is still soft texture. It's just not as soft as it has been in the past. It's a little bit more crumbly, as you can see. If you are a seasoned Teddy B's user, you'll know what I mean when I say that. So, actually, this one here, I'm going to smash that down in here. It's not as pretty as it was before, but I think what I'll do, I'm going to leave these two out. And I said I'm going to put the oat milk one in to melt next, but I think I'm just going to put these two pieces in my warmers down here once I finish up. I have one more loaf to chop, and this video is a wrap. So I'm going to just set this aside over here. This last one. Now this last one got lots of shards, lots of glitter, lots of here. This next one is probably one of my oldest pieces in my collection now. I have been using my old wax up for quite some time. This is Sugar Melts by Stacy Peach Ice Cream. I have hung on to this baby for 3 years almost. March pre-order. This is March 2021. 2021 was the year that I discovered Vendor Wax. This one. Now, it is still strong. You can see the mica down here is settled. But this is still strong. Is it as strong as it was when I first got it? No, because that would knock you on your ass. But look how fluorescent this is. This, I wanted to chop this up. I've been hoarding it because there's nothing like it. Stacy is now out of business. She closed for business due to health reasons last year. And I'm going to use this and enjoy it because life is too painfully short not to be happy. And that includes melting the blends that you want. So I'm going to chop this down. I'm going to melt it. And if it's lost a little bit of potency, that's okay. I'm still going to enjoy it. So have that chopped down. Spin it around. And chop it down again. Okay, it's a mess, but life's a mess sometimes. Okay, I wanted to do this chop and chat before this late in January, but I haven't had, look how crumbly this is. I haven't had a chance to do so when my husband was gone and when I could also do it. So this is a mess. This is one that could probably have used definitely a paper towel and definitely probably a microwave to just get the wax a little bit melting down. But that's why I put a tea towel down before I chop any sorts of wax. And I can still smell this. It's still strong. It's just not as knock you on your butt as it was when I first got it. So let's go ahead and pick that up. Get this in here. Okay. So that's my chocolate chat, guys. I want to thank you for watching this video. If you have made it this far, I have some more videos to make this weekend. I'm going to do my hauls and maybe something else. I haven't decided quite yet. So just remember, melt your wax, don't hoard it. We spend our hard-earned money on things, enjoy them. And if you aren't happy, then either, how do I say this? What I've learned the last couple of months, and really honestly, since my aunt passed in August, is life is too short to put up with bullshit. Life is too short to not be happy. Life is too short to accept less than anything or to settle for something that you know is not going to get better. And you have to really ask yourself, are you happy like this? Because it probably isn't going to change unless you actually make a change for yourself. I did that, and I was petrified. I was scared. I was nervous and wondered. I'm walking away from a job I love, but it also got to be something that I hated at the same time. So, melt your wax. Enjoy your wax. You can get it again. And even if you don't, at least you have the memories. So, I wish you love. I wish you patience. I wish you kindness and grace. And I'll see you soon.